Amen.
Man, yes, sir. If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
You play to win the game. Hello?
Hey. Now, a woman that got a job walk, with security. Am I right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? They walking the nightclub going, honey, I don't give a fuck if I don't meet nobody nowhere. Because I'm going to the credit union tomorrow. I don't need nobody to tell me shit. I buy my own damn shit. That's right. And that's the kind I want to meet.
Amen.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. Class is in session. Let's go. Let's just cook. Let's see what you guys have learned, pimpin'. It's always something new though, guys. Always something new, making you always on top of the game.
I would love to answer your question about how to introduce having facial hair to your partner. So first things first assess, is this someone that you see a long haul relationship with? Because at the end of the day, it's just hair. It's not like, anything crazy that's gonna make someone be like, oh my God, I don't want to be with you anymore. And if they do react that way. So in my experience, I was with somebody for 10 years, from 15 to 25, and they kind of already knew what was going on with me, so I didn't have to deal with that. But then when I left that person and I was single for about a year and a half, I was dating around. I didn't tell none of the guys that I was casually dating that, I had facial hair, because it was none of their business. Now, when one of them, who is my now husband, I started dating him more consistently, and about a year in, I kind of just told him, we were sitting in the living room one day, and I was like, hey, can I tell you something? One, I felt safe. I felt like we had established a relationship enough to where he would receive this information well. If you don't feel like you're at that stage yet and you still would like to tell them, I would recommend just, being maybe in a public place, somewhere where you feel safe. It sounds so ridiculous to even say that, but some men or people may react negatively for whatever reason. So I was like, hey, I have this condition called PCOS that my hormones are a little bit out of whack, and I do grow a lot of hair in places, and some of the places include my face. I do shave every morning. Do you care? This man was like, girl, what are you talking about? He was like, I don't care about that. And this should be the reaction that you would want, because most people really don't care. And a lot of it is in our heads because it's something that we're insecure about. But, we're all humans and we all grow hair. So it's just is what it is. And if that person really cares about you, they're not going to care. So it's really all about owning it. When you take the stigma off of it yourself, it makes all the difference. Once I stopped being embarrassed about it, and I was like, it's just hair. I can't help it. It's a condition that I have that I can't get rid of. So it is what it is. Once I got that mindset, everyone else around me was like, okay, we don't care either. So, yeah.
Now, she told her man that she had PCOS and it makes her grow hair, and he said he didn't care. Class, she didn't tell the whole story though, right? She didn't tell the whole story. Okay?
Talking to the PCOS girlies and the PCOS girlies only.
How to tell your potential partner that you have PCOS. You're probably thinking he's going to leave you, it's too much for him, he thinks you're lazy, overweight, you don't want to do anything, your mood swings are everywhere. Well, if that's the case, he's not the man for you. No true or honourable man will literally be so ignorant and not do his research and find a way to support you. PCOS is nothing to be ashamed of. It literally just requires the support, and it's not a hindrance to a relationship. Like, as long as you've got the right person to go along the journey with you, because it is a long journey, you will be okay, and you can still find love and you can still have a healthy relationship. However,
Well, we will continue to break this down, class. You understand? Women say one thing, we say a different thing. And, you know, they never say out here in the public, yo, I need a man to support me. And remember, PCOS ain't just about no hair. Okay? It's about, you know, infertility and other things. Okay? But they would love for you to support them. And it always strikes me. I say, hey, what if that man had a super miniature eggplant? Will you support him like that, or will you care about your own pleasure? Like, these women are something else, guys. I hate to expose it.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I got PCOS, so yeah.
You said PTOSD, PTSD?
No, PCOS.
What's PTOS on?
It's polycystic ovaricism.
That ain't no
No, I
pH
cyst on
balance
my
shit.
ovaries.
That ain't no coochie pH balance.
No,
This question and this comment I get hundreds of times throughout all my videos when I share about my PCOS struggles or just like a day-to-day life. Before anything, do not ever let any condition that you have define you, make you feel like less of a woman. I like to think of myself as an artist, an actress, someone that wants to do good in the world, and I will not allow having PCOS or, you know, the hirsutism define me. Now, moving.
There you have it, guys. This is the real story about the Tyler Perry story, why they all fucked up in the head. Now, my last live stream, something's going on with StreamYard. They won't let people join my live. They won't let my comments go through. But I'm on a different system now. So if you comment this time, I can read your comments. I couldn't see no comments last time. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Let's go.
On to that. How do you tell your significant other? So my first relationship I was with for 10 years, from 15 through 25. This person saw basically the whole inception of all this starting to happen. So I didn't really have to explain much to him. He kind of already knew what was going on. When I left that relationship and I went into like my singlehood in adulthood, I was like 26. I dated a few guys. It didn't get in too deep, so I didn't really have to tell them because we were just going on dates and things like that. It wasn't any kind of spending the night where they would see me like, you know, like this.
Dating means fucking. So she didn't have to spend the night, so they didn't have to see her beard that grows in after that makeup come off. And she didn't have to tell them because she was just fucking them. And it wasn't going to be a serious relationship. They didn't appear to be someone that would provide for them. So the honesty about her pussy was off the table.
Adulthood, I was like 26. I dated a few guys. It didn't get in too deep, so I didn't really have to tell them because we were just going on dates and things like that. It wasn't any kind of spending the night where they would see me like, you know, like this. Until I met what would be my now husband. So I was with him for about a year and a half, and during that year and a half before, you know, before I told him, there were days where I would wake up and like I was at his place and I didn't have a shaver. I didn't have something to shave, and I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? Do I use one of his? Will he know? This is so embarrassing. Like, I wonder if he can see. So like I would be like this, like in his apartment, like.
Long as they can hide the conditions of their pussy until they trap you, it's all good. You heard?
asking my husband questions about my PCOS. The first question is, what did you first think when I told you I had PCOS?
I had no idea what PCOS was, so I didn't care. I was like, okay.
You're just like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Next question. Did my PCOS symptoms surprise you?
Surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when you kept just falling asleep when we watch a film, just running, babe, I want basbousa, I want dessert.
My sugar cravings were insane.
I was like, what's wrong with this woman?
And that's just why he hated that I was moody. Like, my
Oh
mood.
my god, your mood swings used to switch back.
Literally, he used to get so annoyed. He'd be like, what's wrong with you? And I'd be like, nothing's wrong with me.
I'm like, what the hell, 10 minutes ago she was just laughing and jokes.
It'd be like that sometimes. Next question. Do you remember how I told you I had PCOS? I remember I was kind of shy about it, but I don't know.
I remember. It's been a minute.
Yeah, to be honest, I told you ages ago.
When you did tell me, I didn't mind at all.
Do you remember how I told you though?
Nah.
Did I tell you on the phone? Or did I tell you in person? I was brave. I was brave.
And what did you brave?
She told him she had PCOS in person. She was brave. Guys, this is the game. Okay? They get a good man, provider male, caring man, and he's the one that's sullied with bad pussy for the rest of his life. Sorry.
I can't remember. Did I tell you? Yeah, I think it was on the phone. To me, me back then, because I was less confident about it and I was like a little bit more embarrassed, I have a feeling like I would have told you on the phone.
More likely.
Yeah. If you guys want tips on how to tell your partner that you have PCOS, I think I've got a video about it on TikTok and YouTube. Like,
just tell him.
But yeah, just tell him. But
just tell him.
I know
walk up to your partner and say, I have PCOS and it is what it is.
Facts. What you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do?
Okay.
Like I tell y'all, often the swag that these women stand on is based on a man. Don't ever get it confused.
Man, yes, sir.
Question. What did you think when you first saw me shave?
I didn't mind. I just got annoyed when you kept using my shavers. Get your own. They're so pink.
What did you think when you first seen me shave my beard? He said he didn't mind. It was all love by it. Dolomite, I can see the comments now, Dolomite. Damn it, man. He's so clueless what he got himself into, but I guess this was his best option to get some black box. Yes, sir. She tricked the Muslim man. You know what it is, King. I can see the comments now.
The purple ones, man.
Guys, I just use whatever's there.
Nah, you can't be
Don't get me wrong, you don't, the ones that are for body, like if he's using it on his body.
No. My point is my shavers, mine, your shavers, yours.
No, but don't forget, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So technically,
I might have to switch religions then. Mine, your shavers, yours.
No, but don't forget, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So technically,
I might have to switch religions then.
Astaghfirullah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of our questions. The sun is blinding me. If you guys have
Let's talk about how.
Do you have PCOS and are you in a relationship? My name is Suhaila. I'm a PCOS holistic health coach, and I want to talk to you guys about like relationships and how PCOS affects relationships. If you have a partner, and most people don't even know what PCOS is, taking the time to explain what PCOS is, how it affects you, on a mental, emotional, physical level, when you wake up feeling low energy and maybe your partner is expecting something from you, or you guys have an event or something and you're just absolutely not feeling it. When you have crying spells, you have no idea why you're even crying because of your emotions and your hormones. Really take time. My advice to you is to take time and connect with your partner. Start educating him or her on what it is that's affecting you, what it is that's really making you feel this way, and asking for that space and that understanding. You'd be surprised at how.
I mean, class, you know what it is already, class. Just when you thought you knew it all, they still want more out of you. They still want, like, hell to freeze over on you, son.
Last night was a rough night, so I let her sleep in.
Hold on.
It's PCOS Awareness Month, so I wanted to talk about my own PCOS journey. So I took birth control from age 16 to 26, and I am 30 now. So I was off birth control for a little bit before I went on birth.
Guys, it don't matter what we click, the different conditions of fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, ovarian cyst, ovarian cancer, BV, yeast infection, irritable bowel syndrome, whatever. It all starts with the same story. Since I was a child, I've been fucking my body up. I fucked my body up from being a child to grow up into adulthood. And that's just the common story.
Control from age 16 to 26, and I am 30 now. So I was off birth control for a little bit. Before I went on birth control, my periods were pretty regular, and when I got off birth control when I was 26, my periods were pretty regular for only a short amount of time. That was back in 2019 when I went off the pill, and then the pandemic hit in 2020, and things started getting weird. And I don't know if it was just like the stress of the world and everything, and then everything that happened in 2020 with the murder of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement building up. My body was under a lot of stress. So my period.
Class. Do you think her pussy was under a lot of stress because of the George Floyd in the 2020? Do you think George Floyd movement made her pussy bad?
Started becoming irregular. So like I would skip a month, it would come 2 months later. Like it just wasn't consistent. So at that point I was already kind of suspicious that I already had it. And I was like, let me go to a gynecologist to see like maybe if they can help me. And I went to the same gynecologist that my sister and mom go to. And when I talked to her about it, I got told to go on Weight Watchers. So at that point I was like, okay. And I just was like, you know what? I give up. There's a lot of other things going on right now, and I'm just gonna deal with it. Until the following year, 2021, the opposite started to happen with my periods. Instead of me skipping months and whatever, I ended up having longer periods. So they would come every month, but it started with it lasting 10 days and then it lasting 20 days. And then it got all the way up to the point where I was bleeding for over 100 days consecutively. So at that point, it got so bad that I had like a literal panic attack, and I was like, we need to figure this out. Like, let's go to the ER and see what they said. We go to the ER, me and my husband, who was my fiance at the time, we go.
There you go, guys. She had a husband. Her pussy bled for 100 days straight, and she got a husband. She fucked that man over, son. Like, this is the story. KB, I see you. KB, what's good with you, player?
And I get a pelvic exam. They're like, I don't see anything's wrong. I get my iron tested. Nothing's wrong in that area. My body was tolerating it really well. So they were just like, you're fine, like nothing's wrong. At that point, I'd also gained a significant amount of weight from, I would say like end of 2019 till that point in 2021. So that was also another factor. Again, my body was under a lot of stress. I was dealing with my prosmia, which is a distorted taste and smell. So I was also dealing with that. So I was very limited with what I could eat. So I think that in combination of what was going on with my body, I ended up gaining a significant amount of weight. So I saw a different gynecologist. She was really concerned. We did an internal ultrasound. She didn't see anything. She ended up wanting to do a biopsy to rule out endometrial cancer. I did the biopsy, everything came out fine. And we decided to try a progesterone pill to try to see if it would stop the bleeding.
Class, here's a question, class. She was with her fiance. Her pussy was bleeding for 100 days straight. They went to the doctor and they were doing all type of tests, and then the doctor gave her a progesterone pill to stop the bleeding. Why did she want to stop the bleeding? Why did she want to stop the bleeding?
You're gonna hate man.
I tried it for I think a month or two and it didn't work. So I got to the point where I was like, I will literally do anything to stop this bleeding. What is the best option for me? Because I'm sick of bleeding. It's been well over 100 days at this point and I like need some relief. We decided to put in an IUD and that did the trick. But when they did the IUD, they also did an ultrasound on top instead of an internal ultrasound. And that's when they found some cysts that I had. So we do the IUD and the gynecologist was like, okay, it's in, like it should help. And it did. I still have an IUD in. Kept mentioning that I think I have PCOS. She was like, okay, let's get you in with an endocrinologist so they can look at you. So I get with an endocrinologist and she runs all these tests like on my thyroid, all my levels, whatever. And come to find out, I do have PCOS and she diagnosed me. I'm managing it with my IUD and also with metformin. A lot of people had negative effects with metformin in like the Facebook groups that I was in and just like learning through my own research. But my body does not have a bad reaction to metformin. It actually has a good reaction to metformin. So I'm still on it because that's what's helping me right now. And this isn't me telling you to like go on metformin, go on these medications.
So class, do you understand the type of women that good men are having? I mean, she sits there and you see how they say this stuff with such pride, and that's because some man loves them. And guess why that man loves her? For everything but her pussy. And it goes to show that, yeah, a woman's value is way outside of her pussy. After all, she started destroying that when she was 15, 16. You heard?
You're just a boy.
Sometimes this shit get to skipping, B. All right. Hold on. Hold on, Pimpin'. Oh, I got y'all set up already.
That's about 3 hours from the Shreveport Clinic. I'm a teacher. I teach high school, business classes, computer classes.
And I'm a Medicaid analyst for the state of Louisiana.
A couple, we've been together a little over 9 years, and we've been married since 2018. After we got married, we waited about 2 years to start trying for a baby, so around 2020. I got off a birth. After we got married, we waited about 2 years to start trying for a baby, so around 2020. I got off of birth control and we started trying naturally on our own. And I was taking the ovulation test strip.
So let me get this straight. So, okay, she met him. She was on birth control. They got married. She was on birth control. After that, he was like, come on, baby, you know I'm a provider male. I take care of you really well. It's time for us to have a family, okay?
And I would never get like a clear positive test. So I just kept thinking, oh, well, maybe it's just something wrong, like with the test or something. Maybe I just don't know how to read them. So, got in a bunch of groups on Facebook. And
Class, hold on. This story's worse than I thought. So she would get bad pregnancy tests and she thought she didn't know how to read them. So she's stupid. She thought she was just something this and that. Oh, these bitches ain't shit.
2 years to start trying for a baby, so around 2020. I got off of birth control and we started trying naturally on our own. And I was taking the ovulation test strips and I would never get like a clear positive test. So I just kept thinking, oh, well, maybe it's just something wrong, like with the test or something. Maybe I just don't know how to read them. So, got in a bunch of groups on Facebook. And as I was reading through these groups, I had a lot of the signs of PCOS.
Hey, Dolomite, you know what it is, Dolomite. There goes that birth control again. So they're on birth control all the way up until they meet their husband. But the birth control didn't do nothing to their bodies. So they was just on birth control all the way up until they, what he said? This is a high school teacher. Right. This is a whole stupid high school teacher. See, but smart and everything else, what I often say is they don't care about their own pussies and bodies. That's what I often say. But anyway, birth control all the way up until they get married. Now they want to get off birth control because they appeared to that man like, oh no, my box is right.
Never get like a clear positive test. So I just kept thinking, oh, well, maybe it's just something wrong, like with the test or something. Maybe I just don't know how to read them. So, got in a bunch of groups on Facebook. And as I was reading through.
Hey, yo, these men always be looking sad, right?
These groups, I had a lot of the signs of PCOS. I would always get like close to a positive ovulation test, but I'd never get a clear positive. So in my mind, I always kind of thought that might have been what I had. And we tried for over a year, I would say, just naturally to get pregnant. And my OB never told me I had PCOS, but he did put me on metformin and he kept telling me, you just need to lose weight. You just need to lose weight. And I got on a diet. I lost like 25 pounds. We still weren't getting pregnant.
Another raw deal, Dolomite. There it is, man. Now you remember, you gotta remember something here. Long as he get one baby out of her, he will be happy. He don't care if that baby's handicapped. He could care less because he's in too deep. That man looks like a good man that should have about 2 boys and a girl playing sports. This look like a good father.
As far as we knew, no one in my family has struggled to get pregnant. I'm from like a very small town, and a lot of my friends who are around the same age as me had kids already or were starting their families. So it's really hard to see them getting pregnant easily. Like
what I tell y'all about the Pussycat Facts report. Once the Pussycat Facts report becomes popular, right? Women who have a better score than other women will feel better, and women who have a lower score will feel worse.
Family has struggled to get pregnant. I'm from like a very small town, and a lot of my friends who are around the same age as me had kids already or were starting their families. So it's really hard to see them getting pregnant easily, like after a month or two of trying.
There was nothing I could do to fix it, and it was tough, and I had to be strong and I had to be there for her, and that was just emotionally draining and physically.
I got in a bunch of IVF groups on Facebook. And I found one that was IVF specific to like Louisiana, Mississippi, saying how she had like a wonderful experience. And she's like, oh my gosh, these people are amazing. I highly recommend this clinic. So at that point was when we called Positive Steps. We made our initial consultation.
Now, being that he didn't have the Pussycat Facts report, he chose wrong. He can't conceive naturally by just fucking. This woman convinced him to go do an IVF. And like I told you, she don't care what kind of baby she gives him. And she's such of a sinister, selfish person that she won't let that man go be fruitful and have 6 kids if he wants. So it's really bad. Dolomite, but no accountability for the birth control. Right. Excuse me. Because she was out here fucking before marriage and her husband. Facts.
And that was that was the biggest blessing. I can't thank that girl on Facebook that I found enough, because Positive Steps has been a dream come true. From the moment I got there, it was initially like there weren't 20 other couples in the waiting room. So that, and the staff was so welcoming. And that was just from stepping in the doors. That was without even talking to any of the medical team. As far as the medical team is concerned, figure out you. So the first thing that Positive Steps wanted to do with us was do the periscope. And they told us, it could be, 100% it could be your PCOS causing you not to get pregnant. So they take like a little camera and they go in your uterus to see if, you know, maybe there's any bacteria growing, if there's any scar tissue that may be there. They're looking for any abnormalities that may be in your uterus or in your tubes that could be blocked. You know, I feel like it's just, you learn a lot about your body. So I would recommend it to anybody. It's very informative and you learn, you know, what's really.
Class, when do women want other women to learn about their body? Class, when do women want other women to learn about their bodies? Okay, guys? She's taking this man to a goddamn IVF. And they said, yeah, it's because of your bad box why you wasn't getting pregnant.
Really going on.
Yeah, it really gives you guidance as to, okay, should I do an IUI? You know, like, is both sides stopped up? Do I have a chance on one side and the other? It kind of gives you, you know, that step further, or just go straight into IVF.
My husband has been on blood pressure medicine for probably 5 or 6 years at this point. One of the blood pressure medicines he was taking could have been blocking an embryo from fertilizing.
See that? I keep telling y'all, they're going to blame men for everything. It ain't his fault. And want me to tell you why? Because you won't let him go be with somebody else and multiply. Yo, brothers, when y'all get to this level of game, y'all gonna know this shit is way beyond the shit you watch on the internet.
Dr. Perry said, oh yeah, you need to change that blood pressure medicine. That was something that no other doctor or fertility clinic caught. So that was amazing.
Yeah, they caught that right away.
They caught that right away. That was before, that was at our initial consult that they caught that. Then after doing the periscope, they found out that one of my tubes had scar tissue. And Dr. Perry told us, you know.
So he just got blood pressure medication, which he's doing, and he's all right, right? But now, not only do she have PCOS, the doctors told her one of her tubes have some sort of scar tissue.
Amazing.
Yeah, they caught that right away.
They caught that right away. That was before, that was at our initial consult that they caught that. Then after doing the periscope, they found out that one of my tubes had scar tissue. And Dr. Perry told us, you know, that could have been why you did 4 IUIs. And if you were ovulating on the side with that scar tissue, yeah, you had some fluid going through. But, you know, our periscope, we're not pushing fluid with pressure through your tubes. So you might have had a little bit of fluid, but not enough for an egg to travel and implant. So that was one thing that they caught that made us feel a lot better. And it was like, wow, positive steps after that periscope. Dr. Perry said, well, why don't you just try an IUI? And it's just the whole time we felt like they genuinely cared. And they were genuinely trying to help us.
See, we had the consultation in January. To prep you for the IUI, it was.
And then we
March
had
or
like February. I think around maybe February was the month that we did the first IUI. Around that time frame was when they kind of started me on birth control, and they said, you know, we're going to prime your body because of the PCOS. We have to get my cycle in order to start IVF. So for us, we did IVF, and we ended up having our egg retrieval in Madison. But it was almost like, okay, this is like, you know, this is an exciting time for us because we were about to do this egg retrieval and we didn't know what to expect. I remember waking up, and prior to getting put to sleep for the egg retrieval, the girl had said, okay, when you wake up, we're gonna write the.
You guys understand. You guys understand the story. Okay? That's a horrible story, dog. You meet some woman, right? And you believe she looks good to you. And you like, yo, this is what life was. I put myself in position to meet a woman. I like her. She like me. She looks good. All I got to do is show her I could provide. I could put it down. And we can just have a family. Nah. This bitch got everything wrong with her. Why? She been taking birth control since she was 13 years old. How he supposed to know that? Well, she ain't tell him till after a year and a half of getting inside of the marriage. She trapped him.
Started my day off with some mint melody tea. This is supposed to help your skin, and my skin has been doing some crazy tricks on me. So, started my day off with some mint melody tea. This is supposed to help your skin.
Okay, ladies, so just remember your skin is an exit organ. So anytime you're having issues,
somebody about to be my victim. Hey, so I'm going to go ahead and do the update now.
Acne prone people, are we doing Accutane, yes or no? Also, why or why not?
Upgrade the Glock with a laser.
I have PCOS. Of course, my hormonal acne decides to start flaring up out of nowhere after not having it for a few months, messing up my progress because my doctor gave me hydroquinone to help me with the dark marks. Now I'm going to get more dark marks. Where my girls at with PCOS? I know I'm not the only one with PCOS who struggles with hormonal acne, and after doing some research, I learned that celery juice and like
Guys, I have the key to helping your hormonal acne. Sulfur. Hi, I'm Kirsten, South Florida esthetician who struggles with PCOS. Guys, I have the key to helping your hormonal acne. Sulfur. Hi, I'm Kirsten, South Florida esthetician who struggles with PCOS, hormonal acne, and hyperpigmentation. This 6% face.
All right, so if you're a woman who has PCOS and you're dealing with like hair loss, stubborn weight gain, or acne issues because of PCOS or some sort of hormonal imbalance, or you just have high testosterone like I do, or I did, you need to try spearmint tea, right? You could be eating a well-balanced diet, going to the gym every day, but because of hormones, you cannot lose weight, or you're having a bunch of other issues associated with hormonal imbalance. So you need to do things that specifically target that issue. So there have been studies done on this where they had women drink 2 cups of spearmint tea a day for 30 days, and it showed significant improvement in the women with PCOS, right?
Well, do you think black women will sit and drink 2 cups of spearmint tea per day? Do you think black women will do it? I highly doubt it. Okay? HD Live. Yeah, them fellas go with that 1,000-yard stare of hopelessness. It's bad. Bitch said put sulfur on your face. Yo, bro, I'm just giving you the evidence, man. It is crazy.
So as a person with PCOS, sometimes my cystic breakouts show up after my period has already, processed, left, and whatever. Sometimes it shows up during or before. My hormone fluctuates. That's part of having PCOS. However, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all this month, because in January I didn't get any breakouts, but I was doing numerous pills. Despite having PCOS, I didn't get any hormonal breakouts, right? Which was fun to see. But this month, it was like 4 on my jaw, 4 over here. When I tell you, I didn't even bother paying them attention. I didn't bring them to life. I don't let them stress me out. That's what I mean. But I still went in moisturizing with my serums and adding little spot treatments here and there. But I didn't overdo it. And now, 5 days later, they're going down. They're going down. So I said this to say, sometimes just leave that pimple alone. Let it do what it's doing. It's going to go.
Let's talk about the epidemic that is birth control. I'm gonna take off my beauty filter so y'all can really see what's going on. This is what my skin looks like after starting a new birth control like about 5 or 4 months ago. I've been trying to wait it out. For reference, it's the Slin birth control and it's progesterone only. I believe there's no estrogen in it. I'm not sure about that. I don't know how that fucking works. I don't know. But this shit has made me break out so motherfucking bad. Like, I mean, I've never struggled with acne in my life. But this shit is overrated. Like, I never wish this on my worst enemy. Like, bitch, I just broke out. This just popped up today. Anyways, I will be switching back to the mixed birth control. I will say the headaches and the acne are like the only like symptom I really, oh man, weight gain. But like other than that, I mean, it's a good birth control. Like I feel mentally stable for once. But like the cons outweigh the pros. Okay, the acne and the headaches, to me, it's just not worth it. I don't really see the longevity of using this product anymore. I will not be using this product anymore. If you want to get on this peel, do so carefully, because the shit.
So there you have it, fam. You guys get it. You guys get it, man. You guys get it. I'm just bringing you a different level of, you know, what not taking care of your box. It affects every part of these women's bodies. And what's the first thing they do? Throw on makeup. You understand?
Curving my shit in layers, ho. Yeah,
Hold on, I'm mixed up somewhere. Sometimes it does that, yo.
Get him, Black. Get him.
Sometimes it does this stupid shit. Let me refresh. Oh, I could go over here for a moment.
The number of leak a lot of fluid and they'll weep. So my body had gotten a lot of extra fluid. I was at the point where I couldn't lay down at home. I was nauseous, and Positive Steps had actually had me go back a few days after the egg retrieval because I had gotten so many eggs to check on me. And oh man, that was rough. They had to drain the fluid. But you know, everything we did was so worth it. Everything we did in that egg retrieval process was worth it. At that point, we had to wait and hear how many embryos would fertilize. Well, I remember getting the call on day 5 that we had 2. And they had told us 2, and I remember just being in tears. And I was like, all we have is 2 out of 26. So that was a stressful 2 days. And we got the call on day 7, and we had 10 more that had fertilized. So we ended up with 12 fertilized embryos. So at that point, we had to determine how many we were going to do PGT testing on, which you don't have to do PGT testing. That's just a genetic testing to see how many are genetically, like, you know, normal. And for us, we felt like we had spent all this money. We wanted the best odds of a baby. So we decided.
Sorry about that audio. I messed up. But they spent all this money. This woman is so selfish that she couldn't wish well for this man and let him go fuck somebody naturally and have babies. He done spent all this money on these fucking what they call that shit? Synthetic babies. Somebody get dude a blunt and a lap dance from something proper, cause she ain't it. Facts.
Decided to test 8 embryos. When we got our PGT results in, we found out that 7 of the 8 were genetically normal. That was a great feeling. So we did our first transfer in November. And it's a lot of progesterone injections that you're having to do, and the timing is kind of difficult. We did our transfer the week of Thanksgiving. So I was just, you know, anxious and nervous. And so
no woman should put a man through that. But it's more common than you guys may know. And it only goes to show that men are really the loving creatures. Because she don't have any love for that man, or she'll let that man go make babies. He's limited to one fucked up baby.
So I did a test at home on 5 days after the transfer, and I saw the faintest little line.
Yeah, it was very discreet. I
yeah, like it was very, very hard to see. And I remember,
but, like, it was there. You just had to look.
You
at
had to like stare at it and like
yeah,
really look at it.
There was something there, like. And
I called my husband and I'm like, I see a line. Do you see a line? And he was like, yeah, I see a line. And I think that was one of the happiest moments ever. And it was such an amazing feeling. So,
class. Why was it one of the best feelings ever? Class, why was it one of the best feelings ever? Class, why was it one of the best feelings ever in her life?
And I think that was one of the happiest moments ever.
Why? Class, why? Why was that one of the happiest moments ever? Please.
All I'm telling you to do is eat healthy. While losing weight does help, losing weight should not be the goal. The goal should be to develop a healthy routine of eating healthy and avoiding all the list of things that you can't eat with PCOS. Not saying that you can't indulge here and there, but be mindful. You know, with PCOS, you can't have a lot of sugary things. You can't have a lot of caffeine. Be mindful of that and do these things in moderation or just a little bit. Your body will thank you. Get that exercise in. 20 to 30 minutes a day will do wonders, especially for, I'm trying, this stuff is still dropping. It will do wonders for fatigue and insomnia and all of the things. So just get moving. Get you a Fitbit, use your phone, start tracking those steps. 10,000 steps a day will do wonders for your body. But if you're just getting started, hey, just do 5 or 6. You know, you can get that in by taking the stairs instead of going up the elevator. You can park further away when you are, let me take this off. Park further away when you're going to the store. You can get your workout in the store, child. Go to Target. Target under fire right now, so maybe it's not.
HD Live. HD Live. That's the wrong answer. It's not just close. It's not good box again. It's that the trap that she set out for that man, she was finally able to close the deal. Now, closing the deal is getting pregnant. She was happy. I don't know if they had the baby or whatever. No deal. Disagreeable. I'm not hitting that. Disagreeable. No price. No, I'm not. I don't just do anything. No price, B. But if she had 50,000, I'll hit that. 50,000.
I don't know. But go to your favorite store and just walk around. Go to the mall, walk around. Get the steps in and you will see tremendous improvements in your body. I need to get all of this stuff off of my necklace. I don't know what I was thinking, child. I know this can get messy sometimes. So we have 4 more minutes. But nevertheless, get the exercise in. Do all the things that you need to do. And so I didn't expect this video to be so long, but I'm just gonna keep talking. So because maybe this is gonna set someone free, because PCOS is very difficult. I must really love you guys, because I'm sitting here.
Yo, if she giving me 50K a month, now she's a 50K for me to hit it, 50K a month, or 50K a year. I'm not doing that for no 50K a year, B.
All over my shirt, all of the things. But this is really helping me. This is helping me to be more comfortable in my skin, more comfortable in who I am, because I know so many people deal with PCOS and it can be difficult to gain weight. And you're doing all the right things, right? To try on clothes and they don't fit from the last year and you're like, wait, I didn't do anything different. Baby, stress. Your job with PCOS is to make sure that you keep your stress level.
And it was such an amazing feeling. So I remember, I think it was about 6 or 7 days after our transfer, we were able to get a digital test that said yes. And sure enough, they told us I was pregnant. I remember just being in tears. And then I called my husband and I was able to tell him we were pregnant. Oh man, it was just the best feeling ever. Yeah, we never thought to get a second opinion.
Yeah, utilize our time a little better instead of just relying, putting all our eggs in one basket. We'll just be done.
So advocate for yourself more and maybe get a second opinion if you feel like, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, and we have to.
No man should have to be stuck with no woman that can only limit him to one child that he got to get, what they call it, synthetically or scientifically or alien. No man should have to go through that. She has the music on it, so she think we won't play it. We're just going to mute the music, but this is her PCOS reset daily. This is what she got to do because her pussy messed up. A lot of y'all brothers don't understand this type of work. All the right things except eating less, taking care of their bodies. I agree. Look, that's for HD Live. HD Live didn't think they would do it on camera. HD Live, what's good? HD Live. This is what your sisters are dealing with, pimping. Never, never, ever let these sisters tell you that you ain't the shit. You are the shit, black man. Look at what they got to go through. Now, we don't care, but they should never try to down us. They should never try to down us, King. That's all I'm saying. Man, look at what you got to do to come outside to feel good. Man, you are... The black man is still the strength. Our genes are still strong. We ain't got to do all this bullshit. Sitting around thinking that you shaving because, oh no, that's just the black in me. I got, black people wish strong. No. This is associated with your box, man. This for HD Live. He think these bitches won't shave in front of him. These bitches are crazy. You hear me? Yo, HD Live. Yo, let me tell you something. This nigga HD Live always making fun of me. HD Live always make fun of me. Every time I try to take the class to the next level, he be like, nah, they be shaving? Son, you saw the bitch had nair on her face for 4 minutes. The other bitch said use sulfuric acid on her face. This is all still based on pussy. This is all still based on pussy, King. And these are the things that they do to fleece my successful black brothers. You heard me?
Is how hairy I am, and I try to rectify the situation and shave my coochie cat. I sliced and diced it. I'm done. Thing about PCOS is not just infertility. It's the unwanted hair. It's the cravings that you can't just get out your head. It's the weight loss struggle. It's being pre-diabetic, and it's just not a disease that I would wish on anyone. And I don't like a lot of people, but
HD Live, let's get it. HD Live, look at your sisters. HD Live, they do all sorts of stuff. That birth control brings the nigga out of them. Goddamn werewolf transformation. HD Live, you are in the right place, my brother. You get to learn all the tricks of the Gladiator BW.
Patient comes in for a consultation for...
I've never seen a razor head that came with a little personal massager. Isn't it so cool? Wow, that felt great. This one is the real reason why I wanted this set. Although it has a few other brushes, like one for your face. Well, not brushes, one for your face. The traditional razor head. What else? I'm looking at them over there. Oh, there's one for your feet. Now look at this. It's a little foot callus grinder thing. Anywho, back to the epilator. Yeah, this is not for the...
And the cockroach looks like this.
Pregnancy hormones have me looking like Chewbacca everywhere, so I decided to try out this viral women's electric shaver off of TikTok Shop because I do not have the time or patience to try to get a wax every other week. And y'all see what? This got my pits clear in like 3 or 4 swipes. It's also waterproof, so you can use it in the shower, but I wanted to use it dry to see if it irritated my skin, and it did not snag, nick me, or irritate my skin at all. It's specifically designed for
Girls who like having a bald puss, why the hell are you still using these razors to shave this? My cooch itches all the time, every time I use them. Got this electric razor off the TikTok shop, and just look how it's melting. Look at that, no nicking, nothing. And then when you want it bald, right, you go in with this side and get those little stubble hairs. Look how clean she is. Literally gets you that close shave without razor burn. Nick proof, and I got it off the TikTok shop for $20.
It's waterproof, super easy to clean, and you can use it in the shower.
So as you can see, hair grows out of my chin.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So, this is your homework assignment. King Disagreeable been telling y'all he got upset because he goes outside and he noticed women with PCOS all the time. Now, you guys are going to get the class on how you notice a woman has PCOS all the time. Pay attention.
Out of my neck. Thanks, PCOS. But I got this women's electric shaver. I got this because, for one, really it's a dual head like function. It has the little but then it had that other side where it get the So we really about to see how good this is, because as I always say, y'all be hyping stuff on this app. So we about to see. Ooh, it's pink. Ooh. Such a pink girly. If I can have it in pink, I'm gonna have it in pink. So this is what it looks like. You got, ooh, I like the, let me focus. But I'm really excited about this side. Okay, dang, I done took the whole thing off. Wait a minute. All right, so I got it off after figuring out. So it also has 2 buttons. This one starts this side, this one starts that side. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like this sound. This sound is giving me PTSD from like the dentist. It sounds like they about to I don't like that. Let me see what this sound like. Okay, I like that. I like that much better. This other side sounds scary. Okay. So people say it's not supposed to hurt, it's not supposed to snag, it's not supposed to nothing. Ain't no pain. We gonna see if y'all lying. Okay.
Hey, Dolomite. Yeah, right. My whole thing is how they act when you find out, because they're going to want to fight me just because. Now, pay attention, HD. You don't tell them. You just know, you just treat them accordingly. Pay attention. Okay? Dolomite got to get a shaver that's made for shaving their box to shave their face because of their excessive hair. Let that sink in. Sorry, guys. You niggas want to be mad at me. You make fun of me. You laugh at me. Like HD Live, he always clowning me. He like, nah, they be shaving? Yeah, son. Everything I told you. You think I be playing? These are some people with low self-esteem. They never think all the glue on their scalp and toxic Chinese plastic hair is causing a hormonal imbalance. It's a protective hairstyle. They think we are dumb for real. Facts. HD Live, this is what your sisters are dealing with, HD.
So when the stripper tells me which razor to use to get that Brazilian smooth down there, girl, I'ma listen, okay? There's a stripper here on the TikTok shop that says she uses this specific razor to get every speck of hair, no nicks, no pricks, all up in the crevices, and it's waterproof. Let me get 14 of those. I'll go ahead and link it in the cart down, you guys. But when the stripper
She's talking about her coochie, but look at what she's shaving. See? See that?
Use what shaving cream do you use? I found Billy in 2019 and I literally have never looked back because the way that the razor shaves is just absolutely incredible. And the best thing is that if I'm running low on anything and I need it like, so it comes out a gel and it goes into a foam. We're gonna go in with the Billy razor. I swear by this thing. The way that it glides is so satisfying. It's just such a close shave every time and it just lasts so much longer for me. I love it. And with the smooth shave, you get a smooth makeup application. Y'all.
What more we need to say, guys? Oh, hold on.
So what's your hair removal process? Like, I normally use the epilator, but I feel like it doesn't get all of the hair and it still feels stubble. So then I go back over it with a razor, but I'm doing the laser hair removal. But what was the time frame for you guys to actually not have facial hair? So what's your
Don't let the cute face fool you, baby. I've been getting hairy. Hey, my name is Jaleesa, and I'm going to Hairless Solutions for the first time today. Now, I'm still pretty new to Georgia. I've been here less than 2 years, and I've been doing my research trying to find a Black-owned electrolysis parlor, and I finally found one in Hairless Solutions. And of course, I could shave, I could wax, but it's nothing like being an electrolysis girly. Electrolysis is the only form of permanent hair removal, and trust me, it's worth it. I was getting electrolysis when I was back home in Chicago, and I saw a huge improvement. That's why it's so.
She said electrolysis is for permanent hair removal. Then she said she was getting electrolysis when she was back in Chicago. Now she's looking for it in ATL. So it's not permanent. Ma'am, it's stemming from your box, your poor diet, your gut health, your irritable bowel syndrome, your constipation, your BV, your yeast infection, the antibacterials.
I moved. I had to leave my original electrolysis personnel, but thankfully, shout out to TikTok, I found Hairless Solution. I'm going to have my consultation today, and I'm bringing
little thing right here got the close. When I tell you, just listen. Listen, honey.
Bare. That is what the ball cap trimmer is gonna leave you. Completely bare. Okay? Y'all heard Lala. I've been trying to put y'all onto this for the longest. This side gets rid of the long hairs. This side, you just take it and it buffs away everything that's left and it just leaves you bare. Baby smooth to the point where you could pat that thing, okay? I'm linking the ball cap trimmer below. If this is not your sign to get it, then I don't know what is, girlies. You feel?
Don't let the cute.
I gotta get my tea real quick. Watch this for a second. Yeah, guys. That's your sisters, pimpin'. Some Wellback, what's good, pimpin'? This your FBA right here, player. This your FBA right here. Some Wellback, did you see that Tyler Perry shit?
PCOS and you got them little chin hairs, this one's for you, boo. An herb that if you have PCOS and you got them little chin hairs, this one's for you, boo. An herb that you can take to help with that, like all um, the cosmetic things on your skin and on your face and on your body due to PCOS, is spearmint. Spearmint. It's been shown in studies to reduce the level of androgen. What are androgens, you may ask?
Let's talk about women having facial hair whilst I get rid of mine. Having facial hair doesn't make me less of a woman or make me feel less pretty. Society expects women not to have hair on their face, underarm, legs, literally everywhere, but have we actually educated ourselves? This is linked to an imbalanced hormones called androgens, and when the level of these hormones increases in our body, it can lead to excessive hair growth, and not just on our face. It can also cause PCOS, and this affects the ovaries. There are other symptoms such as irregular period and weight gaining. You know, I've always had irregular period right from the start, but I wasn't bothered, as you know, you're only told if you don't see your period, then you're pregnant, and I wasn't really doing anything that can lead to that. And I wasn't also taught in school as well. Although the doctors never really diagnosed me, but I took it within myself to do my research and take responsibility of my health, as I also have irregular periods. So I got myself a gynecologist just to know what exactly is going on within my body. I've been getting laser hair removal, but I had to stop because I was pregnant last year, and I was so excited to start again after seeing my period 10-month postpartum. But to my surprise, I was told I couldn't resume my treatment because I'm still breastfeeding, so I'm stuck with shaving till further notice. That's honest.
If you're trying to have the smoothest.
You got that facial hair that you want to start managing better? Let's talk about Umber by Jaylene's Hair Reducing Fade Oil. If you are dealing with unwanted excess facial hair like I do, then I'm gonna need you to come to the front. This one is for you. Yes, I know how many times you've looked in that mirror and you see your excess facial hair. It messes with your self-esteem a little bit. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't.
So, brothers, I give you all of the reasons on how women walk around with low self-esteem and where does it all stem from. So, like I said, it's not to knock the sisters. We know they all fucked up. But to just abandon men like the way that they do, knowing they have all these issues internally and they present so horribly in the public that you would think they would have somebody to have their backs.
Jotted down some dot points for myself, but it is likely that I will probably forget to say something. If you're new to my channel, hey, my name is Rachel Lust. I'm a coach and a nutritionist, and I'm from Australia. So if you want healthy recipes, minimalism videos,
This for platypus dreams with that Australian pussy.
exercise routines that you can follow along.
Some missions need special underwear. In space, astronauts can rely on an absorber
Follow along with and a bunch.
Hold up. HD Live got a story. Uh-oh, the real PCOS heifers on deck. Yes. Yo, my apartment manager. Hey, son, Wellback. HD Live didn't know these bitches were shaving, but now he said, hold on. My apartment manager got the same thing. She got a whole beard and everything. So now he's learning that, nah, that sister box is like, XYZ. She has a tough chance of being fertile like a woman who don't have it.
of health and fitness information, hit subscribe so you don't miss my future uploads. And to everyone who's not new here, hey guys, welcome back. Firstly, I just wanted to share with you the symptoms that I had when my PCOS was at its worst. So I only found out I had PCOS early 2016. My symptoms had been kind of creeping up on me for a while. I wasn't sure what my body was doing. I had all these little things happening and I didn't know they were connected. My biggest symptom, which I had experienced all my life, was an irregular menstrual cycle. Now, if you guys are watching this video and you get like squeamish about those kind of words, you might not want to watch it because I'm just going to be very upfront because it's going to save me time. So my menstrual cycle was completely irregular. I'd have a period maybe 3 to 4 times a year, and that's ever since. So I got mine really, really late, which is apparently a symptom of it as well. I didn't start getting my period until I was like 16. And every time I had it from that age, it was irregular. It never had any kind of pattern to it. Like I'd get it and then I'd get it 6 weeks later, and then I wouldn't get it for like 4 or 5 months, and I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't really care, to be completely honest. That was the first thing that I noticed. Later on, things started to happen. My life got really, really busy and fatigue started to set in, and I thought that was because I was busy. And yes, that does tie into it, which I'll touch on later on in the video, but fatigue became a really big part of it, as well as mood swings. On top of that, I started to get hormonal acne. Here to here had acne, and at first it would like flare up and then go away, and then flare up and then go away, and then it just stayed. It'd be months and months on end of yes.
You guys know the stories already, man. Hold on, man. You niggas know all the stories. It's sad, isn't it? Sad that you know all the stories. You shouldn't know all the stories as a man. You shouldn't know everything. You're supposed to be in a fog. You know?
Welcome to a day in the life of a mompreneur. You're probably wondering like what's going on, what is on my face, what am I doing? Electrolysis. Yeah. So painful. So painful. So my facial hair, I'm not sure if you can see me kind of blowing right now. My facial hair, I believe, became excessive after having Zachariah in particular, but like after having children, you know, your hormones and everything are displaced. And again, PCOS is clearly PCOSing. Like, it's so frustrating. So does the electrolysis hurt? Yes, it does. Like, yes, my best friend's like, oh, but you've had kids. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Epidural and morphine and whatever painkillers I can take, that's me. But this stomach.
Epidural and morphine. Give me any type of drugs, I will take it. Now, like we always say, guys, now it happens to white women too, but let's just take this little road real quick. Think about it. If black women didn't wear a wig and they didn't shave, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, son.
Mine is not.
If they didn't wear wigs and they didn't shave, they would be all ours, dog. They would be our ladies. They would love us. You hear me? Be like, baby, you know you can't, you know ain't nobody else fucking you. You might as well just come on to us. We got to deal with this shit. Yeah, they got us black brothers way behind. You guys will never know, man. You know, now we supposed to be like, yo, you shave, that's all good, because we know you're a woman and you got a pussy. That's what we supposed to be, live this on. But let me tell you guys a secret. Women don't wish that they had to shave. Let me tell y'all a secret. Women do not wish that. Okay?
Do 30 minutes today, so I didn't even I had to stop. So I didn't put the numbing cream on properly. That's why it was hurting me. I was supposed to put the numbing cream on. I was supposed to put it on first, massage it, let it stay on my face, then apply all that. So I wasted, and that numbing cream is not cheap. I have like hair glue on my eyelashes. I couldn't do it. I have to come back on Friday. It's okay. I'll come back on Friday. Please let me.
Hey, Dolomite, you see this shit, though? Yo, if our sisters couldn't wear wigs, you hear me? If our sisters couldn't wear wigs and couldn't shave, they would be all hours, baby. And we would be like, yo, niggas would be like, yo, that's y'all women? We'd be like, yeah, son. They'd be like, damn. And then when you went outside your race and got women that couldn't shave, that didn't have to shave, then you really be criticized. Oh, you must hate your mama. Your mama got a beard just like me. Your mama got to get her beard waxed just like me. You outside dating outside of your race. See, but they always make you guys think dating outside of your race is based on some stupid shit. All we want is women. We just want a woman. Now, if you could be the real woman that you are, bearded up and bald-headed, then we'll accept it. This is why they didn't have a problem with the Transformers with the 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, my brothers. Only over here where you learn how the gladiators go through whatever the fuck they go through just to be present and fuck up America. You understand? You'll never know how far this rabbit hole goes unless you take class over here. You'll never get it. You'll never understand who these people are. Oh, y'all want to have some fun? Let's go to that stuff that we saw before. What was it? Waxing people, waxing ladies complaining about black women. Oh, man. You niggas don't want to have no fun.
Because y'all not hygienic enough. And they're not talking about the simple things like you come to the appointment, you're hella hairy. They don't care because you're supposed to come hella hairy. And they're not talking about you coming sweaty. So what? They're not talking about that. That's natural. They're not talking about the natural things. They're talking about you ladies coming there with, how do I say it without getting banned? The excessive discharge, the poop in your butt. And they were saying, like, they can tell most women don't know how to wipe front to back. They wipe from back to front. I'm sorry. And
I try to tell you guys, it's not a game out here.
The wax lady. Everybody want to know about the wax lady. So this all started when homegirl that I was working with was like, yo, shorty, because she had put me on this place too. She was like, yo, shorty, you don't need to be going to European wax no more. I got this girl that be doing me. She be, making house call and she cold. And
this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation, so if you don't like to feel uncomfortable, don't watch this video. Tasha, you are doing all of this in my comment section because you are racist. And because you are racist, you thought I was dumb. You were not genuinely saying that you were sorry about my...
Hey y'all, good morning. It actually just turned 12:02, so I almost made it. Hopefully it's not too windy. I'm speaking through my AirPods, but so I just left the wax place. And overall, the experience,
this is a wax place that I always go to. I just didn't like my girl today. I usually have this older lady, but I don't know her name. So I'm just like, whatever. I'll let her do it. She did my eyebrows pretty good because they're already pretty thin. So I just let them clean it up. But I got my underarms waxed and a Brazilian. And so I asked for the regular wax instead of the chocolate because for some reason in Brooklyn, they charge you more for the chocolate. But in the city or in Greenpoint, like the other part of Brooklyn, they charge you less for the chocolate. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just take the regular. And she actually still ended up giving me chocolate. And I asked her, I'm like, yeah, is that chocolate wax? Because I saw that it was brown. And she was like, no, it's the regular. So I'm like, whatever, as long as she don't charge me at the end of this, essentially. So I haven't had a wax in a minute, whatever. And so when when she saw what was going on down there, she was like, yeah, can you wipe this? And I'm like, bitch, ain't nothing to wipe. So I'm wiping it and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, anyways. So after that, she put mad baby powder on my shit, okay? Like, I know the regular amount of baby powder that they put on you when you waxing, but she just kind of like overdid it and I feel like she was trying me. And then she was going so slow with the wax to where she couldn't even rip it off. And she had to literally like pull it off my hairs. And I'm like, bitch, do you understand that waxes, you never get used to them. So you're actually hurting me. I'm trying to play it cool and just text my friend while I'm, doing this like how I regularly do. But she was literally killing my shit. And so after she finished, the front and then she made me lift up my legs for the back, I'm like, okay, she about to start working on my underarms. But she ain't even like oiled me down. I'm like, babe, can you oil me down? She's like, oh, you want it now? Like, I do that at the end, but we could do it now. I don't know. It was just giving attitude for me, but maybe I'm just overdoing it, or maybe I'm just used to my homegirl, like the older lady that's in there, but I just wasn't fucking with it. I also feel like I typically don't get like crazy tax, but I feel like it was like $10 added to my overall total. I'm like, bitch, did you charge me for the sugar? For the chocolate? I don't know. Typically, I get them 10 out of 10. I think today it was given 6.5. I don't know. How's y'all's day, though?
There you have it, brothers. Everything Tyler Perry movie was telling you about.
You know what? Before I get disrespectful, I'm just assuming that something's wrong with you. Why would you say this? What do you even mean by this? Number one, who am I pregnant by? Girl, my husband. I got a ring before I got a baby.
So I know y'all all have seen the story by now with the wax specialist is telling her horror story or telling about her experiences as a waxer. And I too have stories. But it's a safe space because y'all know how y'all like to cancel people. Do y'all want to hear these stories? Because let me just say, I've been waxing for 12 of my 15 professional years in this business. And the stories I have, some I will take to my grave because they're just that bad. And some, they will have you clutching your pearls for sure. But is this a safe space? Because let me tell you now, I'm not trying to stop no bag. I ain't trying to stop my money. So if y'all gonna be judging, I ain't saying nothing. But if
Okay, so I think it's about time I just go ahead and tell this story. So I have a male client come in and he wants a butt facial.
We're not doing all of that. All right, let's go back, man. I don't want to gross anybody out, man. Damn. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, dog.
Come with me to an electrology appointment because I'm tired of feeling shame about my PCOS, and you shouldn't feel ashamed either. So I have PCOS, which means cysts on my ovaries are causing hormonal imbalances and all sorts of fun stuff like facial hair that was literally wrecking my skin and causing really painful ingrowns. Before you're like, oh, why didn't you do laser? You should know that laser doesn't usually work on darker skin tones, and it can actually trigger more hair growth if the hair is hormonal. So I've been doing electrology for 2 years with the wonderful Audrey. She owns a clinic in Vancouver and has taught me so much about the process of electrology. It does hurt, it feels like little bee stings, but you can always use numbing cream before your appointment. We've gone from weekly appointments to basically once a month now, and pretty soon I'll only go in for touch-ups as the hairs continue to disappear. She's literally taken my skin from 0 to 100, and I couldn't be happier with my results. Come with me to an electrology appointment because I'm tired.
Hey PCOS girlies, let's talk about preventing ingrown hairs and dark spots on your chin hairs. You can see mine right there. So this is a step-by-step process I use. I start off first with oil cleanser. So as you can see, I'm low, so I'm just gonna pour it in my hand and then apply it to the chin. I first apply that to my chin, and then I'm going to use one of these like eyebrow razor things. This might not be for everyone, but this is what works for me. And then I just take it all away. So you see some of the hairs right there, and then I follow my usual wash routine. Today I'm using the Kojic
HD Live, what's good, son? Showing you your black sisters, brother. You heard? Your black sisters, son. They talk down on you, HD, not you. They talk down on us. They talk down on us, son. Shit they gotta go through. Just to talk down to a man. Just to fleece a man with their box. Just to do anything against a man. Now when you go outside, you know all the women who have PCOS. It's not a secret or anything.
It sucks. This is my morning and my... I hate having PCOS. I really do.
I really could. Yeah, brothers, that's where we at, man. These ladies are outright, you know, we wish that they would just be with us. We know everything that you're doing. We know everything about you. We know everything you do is a fake, boo. We got you. You know?
What's up? Don't scroll past this video right now. Look at me. You need to watch this. Do you see this beautiful facial hair? Well, say goodbye because I'm gonna shave it. First step, exfoliate. I don't know where to put this so it doesn't get wet. I really like this exfoliant. It's really fine and gritty and just really gets in there. But it also doesn't feel too much. Like it's not too harsh on my skin, which I like. My neck is a really stubborn area, so I exfoliate that quite a bit. Okay, my mic died, which is honestly probably for the better. Okay, so
This bitch look like Danny DeVito or somebody, son. This is crazy. Damn. Now, like I said, it doesn't mean that us men won't hit it if she's a woman. It's just wild just to see it, you know? Women used to hide this type of stuff. These people are crazy nowadays, brother. This is crazy. No woman should have to do this. My light-skinned ex started getting like, oh shit, something popped up in front of the message. Hold on. My light-skinned ex started getting like 3-4 strands back in 2021. I wonder what they look like now. Oh yeah, you know what it is, but you didn't know what it was back then. That's the best part, brother. We learn together, we earn together, brother. That nigga said Danny DeVito. This bitch here. Unbelievable.
So to answer your question, no, the bar is not going to get rid of ingrown hair, and no, it's not going to stop the hair from growing or anything like that. What I did to stop my hair from growing, because I do have PCOS, I did laser. I didn't growing or anything like that. What I did to stop my hair from growing, because I do have PCOS, is I did laser.
There you go, guys. You hear the key words that you need to hear. Nobody can ever tell you different. You hear me? You know what you know. Oh, that's a boy. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to do this, but I had to switch the game up a little bit for you guys. Let you know, look, this stuff is serious. Okay?
I was gonna show you my routine of getting this shit off my face because it's been too long. It's been about a good month and I'm broke. So we're gonna do what I know how to do. I mean, I got a wax, but I don't have no wax right now. I mean, a wax warmer, but I don't have no wax right now. And this is what I got. So I got a pack of these. And I'm about to wash my face with this. I love Dial. I use Dial to wash my face. Probably harsh. I don't know. I don't have no skin face routine. And maybe I need to start, but I don't know where to go, how to start, what to do. You know? So if anybody got some like tips of what I can do for facial like routines and shit, but my face look dark right now. This is clear face. This is me, clear face, no filters. My face look dark. My face look dark because I have hair. My hair grows. It grows a lot. I don't know what kind of hair that was. Maybe cat hair, but hey. So this is me, unfiltered. So I'm finna wash my face and then I'm gonna get back to you, make my face, you know. This down. Anti, you know, whatever. This is the good shit. Hold on. When I learn how to do this shit y'all be doing on TikTok, it's gonna be over for you bitches. Over. When I say over, over. Hold on though. So, I do it like this. Yes, I use my hand. My hands are clean. And come back. And I'm back. And this is my face now. Let me do that and go down first. Let me do that and then come back. And I'm back. And this is my face now. No hair.
There you have it, guys. Dang. So just in case you guys wanted to know anything different, just wanted to show you guys that, you know,
Before PCOS hormonal breakout.
hold on, I forgot one. Hold on. I forgot one. I saw this, was it this girl? Yeah.
So what could be the issue? How I've cleared my skin. I feared that I had PCOS at one point because I had all the symptoms. Got blood work for diabetes, PCOS, all of it, anemia, nothing. I had nothing going on. They said, you are healthy. There's no deficiencies. What? No, run it again, They ran it again. Went and I did an ultrasound. Ma'am, you do not have PCOS. In one of my hormonal glands, I had spike. Now I'm being referred to endocrinologists to figure out what else is going on. In the meantime, though, I started taking inositol. Is inositol, or myo-inositol, mediates cell signal transduction in response to a variety of hormones, neurotransmitters, and growth factors, and participates in osmoregulation. And what this basically does for me is it balances certain chemicals in the body to help with mental conditions and other things like that. But what it has done is regulated my hormones. Now, I also started using 10% benzoyl peroxide face wash only at night. And in the mornings, I only use benzoyl peroxide 10%. The cream, lotion, sunscreen.
Like I said, guys, I know you guys want to think that black women wear wigs and try to look good for themselves. Nah, they do all this for you, dog. They go through all these transformations for you. You hear me? All this is for you. It's bad, man, because they actually believe that we like the fact that they would use all these different alternatives to try to make themselves look, you know, or be whatever, you know?
Look at my neck. I know it might not be a popular opinion, but this stuff actually does work. Look at my neck. And it's not perfect. It's not exactly.
As a PCOS girly, I've always had issues with my skin, hyperpigmentation,
You know better, so you did better.
Since y'all are all in my acne prone, hormonal acne ass business, someone help me find that spearmint tea, because I've been trying to find it, but I see all you whores bought it. So where is it? Because I just talked to an esthetician and she basically said I had to start with what's inside to get this together. Just a tad. And all the girls are saying spearmint tea. Help me find it.
You heard what she said, right, guys? She got to get what's going on inside her body to make her face clear up. You understand me? Do you think black women are capable of switching their diets from being so spoiled of living an independent and horrible lifestyle? You know? We say this so women can try to take first of all, take the pussy more serious. That's first of all. That's what we want first, because we want to fuck good pussy. But then second of all, take care of the person who's carrying the pussy. Why black women don't want to take care of themselves is crazy. I don't get it. Why you don't want to take care of yourself, black woman? Black women love birth control.
Hello. I literally just got home from work and I'm supposed to be up here changing my clothes, but I just need to decompress for a second, okay? Decompress with me. Do you want to know what the best form of birth control is? And I don't mean literal physical contraception. The best form of visual birth control.
I also want to tell you guys about a non-hormonal birth control. Let's agree to disagree. Birth control sucks the life out of you. I've been on birth control for 2 years and I want to share my experience with y'all. I also want to tell you guys about a non-hormonal birth control. I know, non-hormonal.
So 2 years ago, I got on birth control, December 2021. The first year, good, amazing. Did not feel symptoms, I was great. The second year is where it all went downhill. Oh my goodness, my life changed for the worse. Not my life, but just me, myself. First thing is my mood. I was irritable all the time. I was angry all the time, and that's how I was.
So, when we start talking about, okay, they have these conditions, well, they don't help it. They only add to it. Contaminants in the body, drugs, ibuprofen, it's just everything bad. And after all of that, right? After they know they fucked up, after they can't get no man, right? They go all the way. They go all the way here.
Your body on my.
Okay, so part 2 on how to conceive under $60, right? So now, boom, once you got your ovulation down pat, you know when you low, you know when you peak, you know when you're supposed to inseminate, go ahead and figure out what method you want to use. I got pregnant 3 times, I miscarried twice, and August was my rainbow baby. The first 2 times, I tried the syringe method. The syringe method is simply you get the donation in a sterile cup, you draw it up into the syringe, you lean back, you insert the syringe, and then you slowly push the donation inside. The reason why I say slow is because air bubbles, you're not going to be able to avoid all of them, but you try to get as little in as possible. So when you're drawing it up, you want to draw it slow. And when you're pushing it in, you want to push it slow so that you're not damaging the swimmers. The syringe don't have to be nothing crazy. Something you can get from CVS or like just regular syringe. I did a 3 ml because it's smaller and it's thinner, and y'all know I don't do penetration, so I had to do what was comfortable for me. This last time around though, I used a menstrual disc, and I'm going to show you what that one looks like. Okay, so boom. So this is the flex disc that I use, and as you can see, it's only $16. And pretty much what I did with that was I got the donation, I dumped it into the disc, I leaned back, follow the instructions, you just squeeze it, insert it like a little scoop, insert it, you'll feel it suction onto your cervix, and I fell asleep. It's recommended to do it for about 12 hours, so I fell asleep, and what I did was when I woke up the next morning, I went ahead and I took it out. What I will say about the disc opposed to the syringe is that it's a little bit messier, and that's just because the juices and the secretions come out after you pull the cup. So make sure like you're sitting down on the toilet, pull it out, and then wipe yourself off, because if you like me, the aftermath of it made me want to throw up. So yeah, the second step is figuring out what method you want to do, whether that's going to be the syringe, the cup. There's other methods out there that people use, but those are only 2 that I tried. If you think that these tips are helpful, go ahead, let me know.
So, after everything is going down the hill, this is what it resorts to. And I'm going to tell you something, black man, you don't know nothing about this. You think this shit, I say something to you like this, you'll think that I'm playing around. They are just making anything. I mean, you guys don't know how far this go, what they did with this pussy in this community.
So we did do it in a parking lot that was near him, because I don't believe our donor does drive. And we did the donation, sat for about an hour or so just watching TV. I'm in the back seat, legs kicked up. We have everything boarded around so you can't see anything. And then we would get back on the road and drive the 2.5 hours. So we did that for 3 days. 3 days back to back. We drove 2.5 hours. The mileage probably was like a full gas tank each way. So we would load up before we go, and then we would be at like a half a tank or a little under half, and then load up again before we go back. Yes. But
we definitely
it was stressful.
Putting a prayer on this one.
And all this one kept saying is, this gotta be our cycle. This gotta be our cycle. And she just kept speaking it into existence. Yes. And as we're doing the whole process, I'm just praying. Yeah. I'm just praying. I remember one day just laying there as we're doing the cycle, and I'm like panicking, but I don't want her to know I'm panicking. But I think I don't like self-diagnosing things, but I think honestly it was like PTSD or some type of trauma from our past experiences of just seeing those words "not pregnant." So we did that 3 days in a row. And then the fourth time, our donor actually offered, he was like, hey, there's hotels that's near me. I know you guys are doing a long drive, but he says it looks like your numbers are still high because we're still tracking. And remember, I'll make sure and do a video. We'll do a video to show you exactly how our numbers look because I have all of those screenshots. He was like, it looks like you're still pending high. He's like, hey, I'm free. We were both off the next day. So what did we do? We packed up a bag after getting off of work at 5 p.m. This is probably around like 5:30. We booked a hotel room. On our way there, driving there, not even knowing where we're gonna sleep. Driving there, I'm looking for the hotel room as she's driving. We then do a donation and then check into our hotel room.
And relax for the rest of the night. And we knew we had another one that next day.
Yep. But to our surprise, our donor was like, "You're already here. You know, your numbers are soon gonna drop. Why not get in another one?" So we didn't do 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. We did 5 inseminations this time. And remember, our donor was completely free, didn't want a dime from us, didn't want anything from us. We offered. He didn't want anything from us. He does it out of the genuine kindness of his heart. But the thing about our donor, he will only donate to people that are in close relation. That were referred. So because we were referred from our friends, he donated to.
Hope you guys can understand what's going on, man. I don't want to go here on y'all. This is almost like the final level, because what happens here is that you get to finally realize what your black community is going to look like in 25 years. So I don't do this to you guys. Like one day when we get some advanced classes, we might have to do some shit like this on Patreon or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to really show how your community will look like in 25 years. Brothers, I'm showing you an early glimpse. This is what your community looks like in 25 years. 2 old big bitches raising some son from some donor that they met 200 miles away, that was referred to by another lesbian cartel. That's what's going to be your black community children. Parody reality strikes again. They on the she hate me time. Yeah, son. Sam Welbeck, man. I'm sorry, Sam Welbeck. They destroyed our FBA. And I swear, I hope this stuff don't take place until we all live over 100 years old and we're long gone. I hope we're, you know what I mean? I don't even want us to see what's going to happen. Like, they are taking everything that the black community stood on and destroyed it. They know they shouldn't be raising no baby like this. You know? They know it. See? Come on, y'all. Y'all know this shit ain't right. Oh, my gladiator's coming in. I gotta be nice.